Alright guys, come in. First takedown, takedown, stroke, hammer. We're going to work 3 over the next couple of weeks. 3 variations of this. First one will come in. As we go to our partner, we're going to get our grips, going to get one hand on the collar, one hand on the elbow or the sleeve. It does make a difference right now for me, whether it's here or here, but I want a high control from the shoulders and the head. I want low control like my partner. The downfall that I see anytime that we initiate the throat, when I turn the corner and I go to step, is that I'm off balance because my partner has 2 feet on the ground and I have 1. So we want to break the rhythm or do a called an interrupt. An interrupt is pretty easy. We engage our core from here. What I'm doing is I'm slowly pulling our head right down towards me to interrupt the balance. And again. So it's called a shake. So when we're down, we kind of move. When I'm ready, it says I don't come up to shake it. One, low. That's a stagger. Sorry, great space, stagger. Turn the corner, so now she's off balance and step into the zone. So it's very important that from here, it's a stagger. I'm not trying to face plant it, it's an interrupt. It's an interrupt, so put it off balance. My motion, head, 1, 2. My hand goes to my hip, my hand goes to the ceiling, and I break them off balance. I slide through, and I'm turning, and I want to pull my arm where I want my partner to go. I make contact, this makes it harder for my partner to step off my leg. If I'm here, there's space. So slow motion, shake, turn the corner, make sure there's contact, and boom. You do not have to throw your partner, you need to get to the takedown position. 1, 2, 3. What I'm saying is, you've got to understand what the job of control is and what we're actually trying to do. This is the art that a lot of people have come with this. Once I've got my grip to get to this grip, I've engaged my core. So I can't engage my core very well on the So I engage my core. Slow motion is, anytime that I'm doing a true motion, I have to come up and take it down. So what I'm doing is simply stagnant. Anytime I now come up to my throat, I'm the one that's off balance. So from here, engage my core, nice and wide, core. So this one is off balance. Before I do my throat. Right, so I'm turning it before I come up. I'm turning it before I come up. So slow motion. So from here, 4. Turn it over here. Now this makes it easy. Turn around, still low. 1, 2, 3. Is that the difference? Back. So what I'm doing is, tell me when I'll move off the line. When do I move off the line? This is what I'm seeing. She's in a better position than me. She's in a far better position than me. Right, unless they're an novice, you're not going to get this throw. So, you don't see it, you're falling. No, watch. Right, okay. She's got balance, she doesn't have balance. Now, because she doesn't have balance, I can step in. We go here, she's got balance and I step. One way to point versus 2 way to point. Place in the window. Secondly, the more that I'm moving, the more she's going to fight and resist. The more if I move, she's going to make. So this is like, pop here, pop. And it's pretty much. I don't move till she's off balance. 1, 2, 3. Yep. my concept on the mount. Stay there. Okay, it's this. I don't play high mount. I don't play high mount yet. I will, but not yet. The concept for me right now is for him to escape the mounted position, 9 out of 10 times, he's got to move his hips to get his frame in to be able to move. So what I want to do is I want to lock his hips into position first of all. And that will mean that he's got to use his hands to disengage, which makes me only have to think about one thing. If I'm on the high mount, he's got a short frame, he's got his hips, he's got his bridge. So the number one thing that I do when I get to my mount position is I float low and I push my hands and I push backwards onto his hips. So as he tries to bridge or move, I've locked him down. I've locked him into position. I will put my hands out wide, my elbows are flared. But I'm trying to drop my hips through his stomach and I'm trying to sit. I always work off center because I want to pin one arm. If I'm dead center, he can play both arms. So as soon as one arm comes under the middle to hip escape, I'm going to drop one arm, drop my hip down and start to play. So first things first, guys, is on the mount position. He'll generally try to attack my hips, my frame. First thing I'm going to do is I throw my hips backwards, I collapse my frame, and I sit. I'm doing is I'm driving backwards onto his hips. You notice Michael moved his hands because there's a wrist lock here. So what I'm doing from here, you guys, is I move my hips backwards, I drop my shoulder down, one hand, two hand, and I push my hips back onto his hips. Second thing is I want to try and isolate the head. So now as he tries to move, I keep my weight onto his hips, I keep my mind a great one. What's going to happen is he's not going to try and move to one side. As he moves to one side, I'm going to go that side. But my shoulders down, my hips are down. Just start with that 5, 1, 2, 3.
It stops that.
Yeah, stops everything, mate. Okay? I'm going to move through this so that we have the system on the mount position. Once again is I'm flat, I push, I cook the hips. As he pushes me to one side, right, I move that way, but I'll drop my shoulder down. When I teach the kids, I call this a Spider-Man walk. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of walking to the side and go opposite side. I'm here, and my thumb goes in. And when my thumb goes in, my palm goes into the wrist. So my palm goes into the throat, my wrist goes into the throat. So I see a lot of people that are here, and this, where I'm here, is naturally going to try and react to it because there's a threat. So as it goes, I reverse walk, and I come over. The choke's pretty much on from here anyway. I can finish him if I really want to with this choke, unless I come high. So, low, and squeeze, hand comes in, and finish the choke. Anytime that you pop high, it's going to retract the frame. So I'm going to use my partner. Yes, sorry. It's a super tight choke. What I'm doing is I see a lot of good moves that float over this side. I want to float slightly above the shoulders. When I'm slightly above, I'll explain. Right, so if I'm here and he pushes, if I'm on the shoulder, when I try and turn, he gets frame. But this I come up high, it changes his frame above his head, which makes it a weak frame. So if I'm here and I try and walk over his chest, this is kind of what happens. But the instant I go high, it takes, so now you get the ability to walk, thumb goes in into the neck, walk it, your choice. So thumb in, armbar. I've taken the mount position, I'm not taking the armbar. I will lose my position if I don't have it 100%. So for me, personally, cook his hip, head goes down low, hand goes in. Now what I'm going to do is slowly squeeze. The concept behind this, the concept behind this is that if I can see his face, he can breathe. I can't see his face, he can't breathe. Now, take your time and just squeeze. It depends on your frame, but what I'm saying is when I reverse Spider-Man, when I go back up side, because you've defended it, I normally get behind it. If you don't defend it, I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm not changing what I do. Mark? Hey, yep. Okay, so once again, is that his frame and his structure is one of the things that will keep me back, keep the monkey behind the glass. Does everyone understand? You just make sure that's on me. So what I'm doing is, as I collapse, I come forwards, it breaks his frame. As he pushes, I'm turning off the side. What I do is I'm driving high to get here. So his frame's gone. Spider-Man, low, thumb in, and instantly attack the throat. So that's cool. Over. Good choke. 1, 2, 3. How's that? Change partners!
Jelly stuff.
So start, can I speak you here? Okay, so we start with the mounted position again. Once again, guys, is me personally, I like to push backwards, and when I'm pushing backwards, I'm not here, I'm pushing backwards, so I'm here. And that means that my partner kind of doesn't get access to much of the spaces besides like my hips and my lats. So as he goes to push is, I turn, not turning down, but I'm squeezing my knees. What this does, it makes it very hard for my partner to hip escape and move. See how he's turning? Spider-Man walk, all the way over, thumb goes in. When I put my thumb in is, what I'm doing is I'm pushing into the neck to get that reaction. What I'm saying, if you go too deep, you don't get the bite. So, I'm here, push. Now, watch this. If I push forwards and come around, I'm gonna get the choke. If I, okay? Yeah. If I push down, I'm now fighting his frame, which means that I'm gonna have a hard time. So what I'm trying to do from is, try to go shoulder, bicep. Yeah, destroys your frame. Where if I go, I take space away by kind of letting onto it, I'm on his frame. So, shoulder, bicep, it's out. Really hard to bring back in. Walk, sit, elbow. Now, with my hands down and elbows high, crank. Hands high, elbows down, choke. So this it. If he goes to bridge, right, where, go back. I'm not trying to stop him, I'm just showing hard. So if I'm here and elbows down, he's going to, because my base has changed. So I want my elbow to be high. When you're back here. So low, low, low. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Thumb goes in, extend, walk the corner, elbow. Okay, not low, high. What I'm going to do now is, as he bridges, I'm close to my head, my hand runs through, and I get my choke. As he bridges, hoist, hand. Just give me everything I want.
What I want to do is, when I bridge, I want to tuck
But
in
you
that
can't.
hand.
I've got your arm. I've already taken your arm out. You have to use that hand to defend the choke.
Not against you, I'm saying, but...
What's it about me? It's always Tyrone and me, man, not about us.
Your elbow is jamming right in.
My elbows are fake.
As you Spider-Man walk back, your elbow's just going in that
Yeah,
gap.
so like if I'm kind of here, I'm up high, so you guys can see, here, frame, frame, frame. So what I'm doing is, when I'm here, the devil is a shallow base, and I don't have a pivot point over here. When I go here, it's a pivot point. I'll go palm down for now. As he bridges, head goes down, my hand's now free to come in. So even if he puts a hand in there, it's not going to make any difference to me at all. The thing I like about this is I slowly walk around and makes it worse. So this hip drives into that, and I'm going to choke him with one hand.
Almost, yeah.
So, elbow, get your post, turn it down as he bridges, hand goes in. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go light, so I've got the mounted position. Once again, is here. If I'm moving to my right edge, I control the right hip, so I'm pushing, so it's here. So I kind of twist to my partner's body up. Because my left knee is underneath her legs, it's really hard. hard for her to rest her gun. Yeah, and that's kind of it. So as I Spider-Man walk over here and I put this in, one of the things that's happened was that people are kind of getting a little bit savvy. It's my fault because I'm up a little bit high, but they're going to use their left hand onto my hip to push. So I kind of end up in this really weird out wide position. So what I started to do instead was, I need her frame on her left arm to be compromised. So what I do is I drag my knee to a head to come back up. I get this really nice high mount from here. And once again, is me personally, I know they're going to bridge. There's not much else to do. So I simply wait as they bridge.
They don't want
I'll make you bridge. As they bridge, hand goes in and finish. There's not much choice.
What's the point of bridging?
Well, because you're going to die.
I don't die anyway by bridging.
Yeah, but, you know.
Should you... Would they try to do more?
Yeah, but it doesn't, you're going to roll me to the choke side at some stage. So, I've done the Spider-Man one, and it's predominantly against people that are a little bit longer than me, that as I've climbed up high, they get their left hand into and here. So, this becomes my anchor point. Right, now, of course, here's all this does, it extends and comes around and comes up. Yeah, and it's kind of this. Because once they commit to the bridge, they can't re-bridge. It's really hard to go bridge and bridge. So I don't want to kind of go here, put my choke on, and then get bridge. So I'll wait here, and as she bridges, I'll go now. So now she second bridges, and it's too late. So for me, this is one thing. So I'd go here, frame would come in, anchor point, and it's this on post, and it's knee, 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 up high to collapse the frame, in, turn, kind of wait. And if she bridges that way, I can close my head if I want to. But she under this, thank you, and then just squeeze. You're going to get a lot of jaw on this, but it's a game. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. That's horrible, hey? It's nice to laugh.